Hey guys, welcome back. So glad you're here. We're going to make this Halloween wreath today, and we're using some parts from another video I did where I did one base and I made a Halloween wreath, a fall wreath, and a Christmas wreath. And this was the Halloween parts, so I thought let me just make a base and put these on it. I bought this mesh at a garage sale, and just so happens when I opened it, it was already cut into 30-inch sections, which is perfect because then I can do a woodland ruffle wreath or cruffle, whichever way you want to call it. I started out making it on a Dollar Tree 14-inch wreath frame, which has 6 sections, but once I got it all separated, there were actually 8 pieces. So I went to the 18-inch wreath frame, which has 8 sections, and I put it on the crossbar. That way, once I made my little bundle, it didn't move around on the frame. You just roll up the end, clip it with something, roll up the other end, then just walk your fingers down the center till you get to the other side. And on this particular mesh, it's a poly burlap, and so it's very thick. So I had to really make sure that I stayed in the center, otherwise one side was going to be obviously bigger than the other side. But it worked out really well. It was nice and full just with the 8 pieces. I will put the link to the video where I made all these little bundles so that you can see the one base I made and how it was interchangeable for the seasons. Now in this, you want to determine, do you go up and down or side to side? And that will depend on your mesh and your wreath frame. You'll just have to play with it and see which you prefer. I'm showing you one more time here. Just roll it up and then walk it to the other end. And you can see all that ribbon I have in the background. I ended up not using it, but I'm trying to get rid of all of my Halloween stuff. And that's the end of it. That and a couple of signs. So I'll probably put that on Marketplace. Now here you can see I decided to switch it and go orange to the top, purple outside, and then switched it up on each crossbar. Once I got to the end, you can see where there was one left that was about 15 or 20 inches, so it left a big old gap in there. And my decision for that was to just put the sign there. And I had a couple of different signs to choose from, but using the Happy Halloween sign actually filled in both of those gaps. Now to put the sign on, a lot of times I'll use pipe cleaners and duct tape and put it on each side, but since this sign was pretty small and going to be on the outside of the wreath, or like around the wreath, then I just put it in the middle. I'll usually bend my pipe cleaner around the duct tape, peel off a little piece of duct tape, and then glue, use the hot glue on the pipe cleaner. And they have a lot of things, little fingers and things you can use, silicone things so you don't burn yourself, because this duct tape will kind of melt into the hot glue. So don't touch it. It's very hot. And as all crafters, we say that, but we still touch it and it still hurts and we burn our fingertips. We all know that. While the sign was hardening up, cooling off, whatever hot glue does, I went ahead and put on some of these. I'll tell you a pet peeve of mine. If your ribbon is an up and down direction, then don't put it upside down on your wreath. I mean, even if you're making a bow or something, you have to work it out to where you don't have Santa Clauses or cats or pumpkins upside down. That just drives me crazy. Here you want to make sure you go up to the crossbar, because if you just attach to the wreath frame, it's probably going to move around. So you're going to let gravity help you out on that one. Then I have these little extra pieces I'll use to fill in any gaps. And this is just sparkly tulle. And it is so clingy. If you've worked with it, you know that. And it clings so bad to mesh. So this wreath really didn't take long because all the bundles were ready and pre-made. And the base parts were already pre-cut, so that made it really simple. I just added all the little embellishments that were on the other wreath, and that's it. I think it turned out really, really cute. The next video I make will be the fall parts, and the original base was a black and white buffalo check, And it looked really cute with all the different parts for the different wreaths, but I decided I didn't really want to keep things hanging around, so I just went ahead and made wreaths out of all the parts. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.